it's Lashana, aka Lala. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a funny story for you guys. There's no anger, there's no sadness, there's no jail time. This is actually just a funny ass story. So if you need a laugh, you're in the right place. So this story again goes back to high school days. I want to say grade 11 because that's when I started being a little badass. So I went to a high school in Toronto, and I swear that was like the weed capital of Toronto. Everyone smoked at that school. There was one park close to the school, and at lunchtime everyone would go there and smoke weed. So it was nothing for teachers or other students to see people walking up and down the hallways high as hell. I remember my drama class one year was right after lunch, so literally half the guys in my class would be high as hell every drama class. That was just the type of school that I went to. So in grade 9 and 10, I was still like a goody two-shoes, but I think I tried smoking weed when I was in grade 11, or was it grade 10? One of those years. But there was this guy at our school, and I have to say, I rate this guy. He was a real hustler. I'm gonna call him Dre. But Dre was that kid that literally sold anything you needed out of his locker. This guy could have had an open and close sign because it was that legit. And he would walk around school with his duffel bag, and he would pull out pop or chocolate or whatever you needed, like Dre was selling it. So one day there's a rumor going around school that Dre was selling brownies, but they were special brownies, weed brownies. So I had never tried anything like that. I had just like tried smoking weed, like that was my period to just be crazy. But I had never tried like eating a brownie or eating any edible. So it was really obvious that something was going around the school because, as I said, it was normal to see kids walking up and down the hallways high. But I don't know if you ever tried an edible, but that's an extra level high. So people were walking down the hallways tripping the F out. So I had told one of my friends who didn't go to that school, but he was like my best friend. I told him everything. We'll call him Trizzy. So I told Trizzy that Dre was selling these brownies. So he was like, yo, like, let's get one, let's try it. Because that's just the type of friendship that we had. If he calls me and said, hey, let's go here, I would just be ready in 2 minutes. Like, I don't even know where I'm going, but we're going. So we set it up. I was gonna get a brownie off of Dre. And somehow my two other friends, I'll call them Denise and Brianna, they got involved too, and they said they wanted to try it. So after school, me, Denise, and Brianna met up with Trizzy at a McDonald's, and I had already purchased the brownie. The brownie was a pretty good size. I want to say it was a little bigger than my iPhone. It was like probably like that wide, that, you know what I mean. It was a decent sized brownie. So the four of us went to McDonald's. Now, Trizzy and I, we were the bad ones. Like, we were smoking and everything. Brianna and Denise were not smokers or anything. They hadn't got to them yet. So we sat around the table, and we were all sitting around this one brownie. So we started off small. I broke off a little piece for everyone, and we tried one piece. So we sat, we waited 10, 15 minutes, nothing happened. So we said, okay, let's try a little bit more. Took a little bit more. We all had a tiny, tiny piece, nothing happened. So Denise is a lightweight, she tapped out at this point, but me, Trizzy, and Brianna, we kept going, and we kept piecing and piecing and piecing until there was like nothing left of the brownie. So we waited for like half an hour, 45 minutes, nothing happened. So we kind of just came to the conclusion that we were scammed and the brownie was shipped, and we just went our ways. So we were all still on the bus at this time. So Trizzy and I lived in similar areas, so we took the bus about halfway through together. Denise and Brianna went their ways. So as I got off my last bus and I had to walk to my house, I noticed that I started to feel a little weird. I mean, like, the sidewalk was moving when I wasn't moving, kind of weird. So I eventually realized that I was high. So as time went on, I got more and more and more and more high. I got into my house, and the walls were literally shifting positions. Like, the wall on the right was on the left. It was just, I was high as hell. I went to the kitchen. Guys, I ate everything. I ate everything in that kitchen. No word of a lie. I probably had like 7 peanut butter and jam sandwiches. I was eating cookies, chips, dinner, chicken, rice. I ate everything. Okay? I was high as hell. I was hearing voices. I was seeing shit that wasn't there. I swear I saw this little creature dancing up in the living room. I was high as hell. Like, I didn't know that eating edibles gave you that much of a trip. So I called my friend Brianna because I wanted to see how she was doing. She lives with her Caribbean grandmother, so I knew if I was tripping out this bad, I actually did smoke from time to time, she was probably tripping out really bad, and she lived with someone who would beat her ass if they found out, you know? So I called her, and she's there on the phone, and she goes, hello? I'm like, Brianna, I'm like, hey, I'm so high, how are you? She sounds like this frail old woman on her deathbed. She goes, I'm okay, I'm just cold, I'm cold. First of all, I'm pretty sure it was summertime that we did this, so there's no reason you should be cold. But she keeps going on, I'm cold, I'm cold. Then she goes, I'm gonna tell grandma, I'm cold. I'm like, no, you cannot tell grandma. So I put Brianna on hold. I called Trizzy because I need help now, because I cannot let Brianna get in trouble for this. Trizzy answers the phone. He goes, hello, hello. Trizzy is dying of laughter. He's speaking at 100 miles a minute. I can't understand what the fuck he's saying. He's high as hell too. So then I four-wayed Denise. Now Denise, she was a little cheater, eh? She took 2 tiny ass bites of this brownie, so she is fine. So it was one of our ideas to let Brianna kind of have a distraction. So she had recently just started talking to this guy. Funny enough, they're still together to this day, like 6 years later. So shout out to Weed Brownies for playing matchmaker. But yeah, we convinced, I believe one of us called him and said, hey, like call Brianna, we think she just needs someone to talk to. So he ended up calling her and they went and talked on the phone. If I remember correctly, I think that was one of the first times they actually spoke on the phone. So look how that turned out. So I mean, holla at me if you need a man or a girlfriend because I'm clearly Cupid. So it's just me, Trizzy, and Denise on the phone. So Denise, we kicked out. She wasn't in high, like we were not on the same level. So it goes back to me and Trizzy. We talked for a bit and then I just said, you know what? I'm gonna go relax and try to get rid of this high. So 5-6 hours later, I'm still high as hell. It's getting uncomfortable now. I'm tired of it. So I lived with my mom, and it was to the point that I literally went outside of my mother's bedroom door, fist up, ready to knock, and just tell her, you know what, I'm so sorry, I had some weed brownies, and I'm just high and I need to go to the hospital. I literally was 2 seconds away from knocking on this woman's door, risking the ass whooping of my life because I was too high. Thank God I came to my senses and I said, you know what, let me just sleep it off, because at this point the angels were coming for me. I was so scared. I thought I was gonna die. I was so fucking high. So I woke up the next morning and I was still high. I literally slept and woke up and I was still high the next morning. It wasn't as intense, but I was clearly high. It finally went away maybe around lunchtime, but that was the craziest thing that ever happened. I mean, you know you're really high when you're risking telling your Guyanese mother that you did some messed up stuff. So after that, I have never had a weed brownie again. That was so ridiculous and crazy and uncomfortable. And I'm just so thankful that someone gave me the sense to not go through with knocking my mother's door, because I don't think I would be here telling you the story if I actually went through with that. So yeah, that was my story of the time I tried weed brownies with my friends. Dre, if you're watching this video, shout out to you. You've always been hustling through high school and that brownie was lit. I'm sorry I doubted you at first, but that brownie was lit. If you enjoyed watching this story, or if you want to see other stories or see cool things I do on my channel, hit the subscribe button. It's up there or down there. It's red and it is free, 100% free. I paid like $15 for that brownie, but this box is free. That sounds really bad. I mean, this is to push the subscription box is free. You know what I mean. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. I'm gonna put my Instagram and my Snapchat in the description box. Follow me, I follow back. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.